What if I told you that intelligence isn't something you're born with? It's something you train, quietly, daily, almost invisibly. Not in classrooms, not in exams, but in the moments no one films, no one applauds, and no one double taps. The smartest people in the room didn't get there by working harder. They got there by choosing hobbies that rewired how their brains think, decide, and adapt. This isn't motivational fluff. This is cognitive ROI. And once you see it, you won't unsee it. Think about the brain like a startup. Limited resources, insane potential. The question isn't how smart am I? The real question is, what am I investing my attention in? Because attention compounds, and hobbies are long-term assets. Let's start with reading, but not the cute aesthetic version. Real reading, slow reading, the kind that forces your brain to sit still in a world addicted to speed. When you read consistently, especially complex material, you're training deep focus, pattern recognition, and long-form thinking. You start connecting ideas across fields without realizing it. Vocabulary expands, but more importantly, conceptual range expands. You don't just know more words, you think in higher resolution. CEOs read, strategists read, people who win long games read. This isn't about finishing books, it's about letting books finish you. Then there's writing, not posting, real writing, private, unfiltered, uncomfortable writing, journaling, essays, idea dumps. Writing is thinking with a paper trail. Every time you try to explain a thought clearly, you expose weak logic, emotional bias, and mental clutter. Writing forces clarity, and clarity is power. People who write regularly become dangerous in meetings because they've already argued with themselves and won. They don't react, they respond. Now let's talk about learning a musical instrument. This one is criminally underrated. When you practice music, you're not just learning notes, you're synchronizing multiple brain regions at once. Memory, timing, motor skills, emotion, math, all firing together. It's like CrossFit for your neurons. Studies show musicians process information faster and detect patterns quicker. But beyond science, music teaches patience. Progress is delayed, feedback is brutal, mastery is slow. That mindset alone upgrades how you approach everything else in life. Next, strategic games. Chess, Go, even high-level strategy games. Not scrolling, not button mashing. Games where every move has consequences. These hobbies train foresight. You stop asking what feels good now and start asking what happens 3 moves later. That single shift changes how you handle money, relationships, and business. Smart people don't avoid mistakes, they see them coming. Learning a new language is another elite-tier hobby. It humbles you fast. Suddenly, you're intelligent and useless, and that's the magic. Language learning strengthens memory, improves problem-solving, and increases mental flexibility. You start seeing how culture shapes thought. You realize there are ideas you literally couldn't think before because your language didn't allow it. That's not education, that's expansion. Now here's one people don't expect: teaching. When you try to explain something to someone else, especially beginners, you expose the illusion of knowledge. Teaching forces you to simplify without dumbing down. It turns passive understanding into active mastery. The smartest people I know aren't hoarders of knowledge, they're distributors. Let's get physical for a second. Certain physical hobbies, like martial arts, dance, or even climbing, make you smarter in a different way. They train body awareness, reaction time, and emotional control under pressure. You learn to stay calm while uncomfortable, to think while tired, to adapt in real time. Intelligence isn't just IQ, it's decision-making under stress, and these hobbies sharpen that blade. And then there's curiosity-driven learning, not for certificates, not for LinkedIn, just learning because something bothers you enough to investigate it. Economics, psychology, systems, history. When you study how things actually work, you stop being easily manipulated. You see narratives, incentives, and hidden motives. That's when intelligence turns into leverage. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people choose hobbies that help them escape life. Smart people choose hobbies that help them understand it. One numbs, the other compounds. And no, you don't need to do all of these. That's not the point. The point is to choose hobbies that stretch you, not soothe you. Hobbies that make you slightly uncomfortable, slightly frustrated, slightly obsessed. Because that's where growth hides. Intelligence isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself. It builds quietly while others are distracted. So the question isn't, how can I be smarter? The question is, what am I doing in my free time that my future self will thank me for? Choose wisely. Your brain is always listening.